Welcome to the PTTS. Today's date is July 27, 2021, Tuesday. My name is Nang Hong Lam. Well, the last video recording I made was to make up for not having a schedule update on that week. So I made the last video recording on the PTTS, which was I also shoot around capturing like the schedule that I was caught in, that I was occupied with, and things like that. So anyway, this morning I woke up. I was just having the thoughts. Well, after, it was not long after, like I think on that same day I was writing about the see-through house, which was about my high school years in Mission Bay High School, which I had a very was very kind of like an experience that require a lot of explanations, and reporters, judge, and juries to weigh these evidences. So there were these experiences that require like the juries and judge, like a courthouse, to weigh these evidences. So at the same time I have the reporter positions. So that's why so I was writing about that experiences. So anyway, it was on that same day after I made that video recording. So this morning I woke up and I was occupied with that. I was just saying like what have my life become? Like what am I like? So like the whole like in a way, like when I got into the student service and served the most student service positions, what am I trying to achieve? It's like the goal, like basically the objective was I wanted to serve San Diego, California, my school campus, and my house, like doing the most house chores. So that was the objective, to serve the San Diego, California, to serve my school campus, and doing the most house chore at my house. So that was the goal, that was the objective, to get into the student service, to do those house chores. So it's like this morning I was just saying like, what have I become? So like, have I forgot about my objective? So like, because I was writing about that back in my high school years. So I woke up this morning, I was just occupied with that. It's like, so in a way, like I think it's like the whole knowing the objective, knowing the cause. What have I still know about the cause, the objective, and things like that. So this morning I woke up and I was caught by those thoughts. It's like, have I know what is the cause and what is the objective? So I think it started back in my elementary school year, when back in my middle school years. It's like well, first of all, like because of, I felt like I am like back then, that's how it started, like back in my elementary school, like my middle school years, elementary school year, middle school year, because I felt that I was basically in a, like, number one, like I felt like all of this, like everything that has like a lot have to do with people coming together, like the community, the people putting the effort together as the community, the public, they come together and they trying to to have that community, that welfare community, like the whole general, like looking at the whole general. So like in a way, like I am so am I serving San Diego, California? Am I serving my school campus? Am I serving my house? So like in a way, like am I do I know the objective? Do I know the cause and all of that? So like am I it's just that moment ago when someone walked by, it's like am I being distracted by that movement that a person walked by, like when I'm doing like a video recording? Am I, so these sort of questions is like it's it because I have become disconnected or distanced away from the community or like the whole gathering and community and things like that. So it's like that walking, like a person walking by, am I being distracted by that? So like these sort of question, is it am I the one who asking this question because I'm distanced, because I have created these distance and things like that. So who is like to point out the finger, who am I supposed to, like as in general, like who to point that finger as the one who brought up these questions? Like a person walked by, am I being distracted? So who to point this finger to, like to that, who started these questions is like, so that's sort of like one of those are the thoughts that I'm occupied. Am I being distracted because someone walked by when I'm making my video recording and things like that? So it's like, am I being distracted by those things? And it's like who to point the finger to that started these questions is. So is it because I am being distanced, that I have distanced from the community and things like that? So it's these questions is, and so I basically kind of like look overview of everything like it's going on in my life and everything. So number one, it's like the whole getting, am I very upset and frustrated because there's just very lack of support and funds and things like that? Am I very upset and frustrated? So like in a way, like let's just say someone who have no intentions of showing support and providing funds and like act like they are willing to support and provide funds. So will I be even more upset and more frustrated, meaning these kind of people like who have no intention to provide support and funds but act like they would provide funds and support? Would I get more frustrated? Would I get more like upset and more frustrated in this sort of situation? So basically that is it's like these sort of scenarios. So it's like so basically it's like creating more, kind of like in a way creating more distance, like pointing out like having these more questions. So basically, who to point his finger at is the people who are who to point his finger to at those. So basically, that's the question. It's like who to point the finger to that brought up these questions is. So it's like, and I am. So basically, like the questions that like I'm very upset. I'm frustrated because of the lacking of support and fun. So and then what if I meet someone who is so full of optimism and so full of encouragement and so like in a way so full of it that it is like they're pretending to provide support and fun, but as like acting out that they would provide funds and support, but they just full of optimism and sort of like in a way like would that make me even more frustrated, more upset meeting these kind of people like who just acting that they would provide the funds and the support, but they just couldn't be, just all acting and pretending and things like that. Would that make me more frustrated and more upset? So it's like these questions is like, it's like so in a way like who to point the finger to that brought up these questions is. So who to point these finger to? So it's just these dots as who to point his finger to that brought up these questions is. So it's like, would I be more upset and more frustrated meeting these kind of people? So basically that's the so where exactly I'm at, how upset and how frustrated could I get? It's like I'm already complaining about not like lacking of support and funds, and then meeting these people who's acting out like acting as though they would able to provide the support and funds. So how upset and how frustrated could I get? It's like so these questions is like who to point the finger to that is brought up these questions is how upset and how frustrated could I get meeting these people is that would act out like but couldn't follow through with providing the funds and supports is. So basically like who to point the finger to, it's like who to point the finger to that brought up these questions is, it's like I'm already very upset and frustrated, complaining about the lacking of support and funds, and so it's like who to point the finger to brought up these questions is. So it's like, so basically like just tracing like how it all started, kind of like in a way like how it all started. It's like so basically like in a way like I am back in the when I got into student service and started doing my house tour. What is the objective was to serve San Diego, California, was to serve my family, serve the school campus. So it's like in a way like that was supposed to be the objective when I got into student service and got into like doing my house tour and everything. So it's like, so basically it's like when looking back at like how it all started, it wasn't that supposed to be the objective when I got into student service to serve San Diego, California.